What was the situation at the end of the first half when you guys had that goal disallowed? What exactly went on there? Because we weren't 100% sure what was happening. Was it the timeout that you wanted to call?
I think it was miscommunication on the referee's part on the field. One guy was coming to the box, the other two were continue playing. They called a timeout and unfortunately didn't give us the goal, which was a big momentum swing. But we got to move forward from that. I think, yeah, that's what happened.
Okay, and then if you could talk to, obviously there was another opportunity where Britton got the draw control and went down and missed the net when she was aligning. How big were those, especially in a tight game like this, just the small things that could have went your way?
Yeah, I think Britton had a great game for us. 2 goals, 3 assists, 7 draw controls. I mean, what else can you ask from the kid on the field? And she, especially she's get the ball, she's getting double teamed behind. I think she did a great job for everything that she could have done for us. She finished her shot, she moved the ball. Offensively we started to click, except for we just didn't finish some of our shots out there. We were hitting the crossbar, we were hitting the goalie. The opportunities were there, and we just got to learn how to completely finish it now. I mean, overall, our team played a great game. We just need to finish the last 5 minutes.
If you could just talk to about how Britton's helped you guys and run the offense the entire season and what she's been able to do so far.
Britton's been phenomenal for us. I think it's all starting to click for her. I mean, she's so quick behind the cage. She sees the field very well. She's a great feeder. She's finishing her shots, and we're asking a lot of her right now, having to do the draw controls, and she stepped up big for us, and that takes a lot of energy out of her, but she's doing whatever it takes to help our team win, and she's been doing a great job. And I think our defense as a whole has been doing a phenomenal job. They had a great game down there defensively. It was just a few wrong bounces didn't go our way today, and unfortunately that's what happened. And we'll get back after it, and we got to get ready for Temple next week.
You guys have been playing very well recently. Kind of blew out, I think it was Quinnipiac in Central Connecticut. And knowing that Ohio State was a talented team coming in here today, was there any different way that you prepared for having a ranked team come in here?
We prepare for every team the same way. We personally believe that we can play with any team out there as long as we show up and play like we know we can. So we prepare the same way for every team. We have been getting better game by game, and that's the most important part because it's still early in our season and we still have conference that we have to deal with in April. But I think we've had a great non-conference schedule here. We've been getting better, and it's really going to prepare us for our conference schedule. And we're just, this loss is a tough loss, but we'll learn from it and we'll get better.
Did you see anything different in the defense in the second half where they were able to get that 3-goal run? You guys were pretty solid in the first half. Kelsey made a bunch of big saves. What do you think was the difference down the stretch there?
I mean, what else can you ask for your defense to do? They played great. They had 2 goals on man up, and offensively you're supposed to score when you're man up. So, we had 2 yellow cards there in the second half where Ohio State scored 2 goals on us man up. So there's really not much more we can ask our defense to do when they're playing man down. And I think overall they hung in there. I mean, Kelsey had a great save there in the last 40 seconds on it was her in the back row. She had a great kick save there, and we just didn't come up with the ground ball. But those are little things that we're going to work on. We don't want to be peaking too early yet, and I think we're going to hit stride just in time for conference.
Great.
Coach, second game against a ranked opponent this year, much closer effort this time around. What positives can you take out of a game like today?
I think overall our team's getting better. We're getting more confident. People are really growing into the roles that they need, and we're just excited. I mean, it's tough because we were right there. We were up 8-6 at one point in the second half, and we're going to put it together. We got a tough couple of games. Our conference is tough, and we're going to get ready for that. But we got to take care of 3 teams before we get into that.
Second time you're playing these guys in 2 years. Feel a little better this time?
I think we had a tremendous game last year against them. We lost in overtime against them. I think every time we play Ohio State, it's a great game, and it's a great challenge for us. So I don't feel any better, no, because we still lost, and we still lost with the last couple of seconds. But we're getting better this year collectively from where we were in the beginning of the season. So that's something to look forward to. That's a bright side, and that's definitely a positive.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you very much.
What was the explanation you were given on the goal that was called off in the first half?
It was kind of silly. Apparently, they said that our team heard the whistle, and Ohio State was arguing that they didn't hear the whistle, but the whistle blew. I mean, straight out, the whistle blew, and that should have been a goal. But those are the things that happen in a game, and we bounced back. I think we ended up possession in a goal anyway, so it wasn't a huge deal. But it kind of stinks when they take away a goal.
I feel like this was kind of an emotional roller coaster for you.
Yeah, Ohio State seems to kind of bring that. The past couple years, it's been really close, especially last year. We lost in double overtime, and this year, we almost had another overtime game. I think that we recognize that, they always play us really tough, and we always play them really tough, and that does make it emotional. But like Shannon said, like it was last 5 minutes, that last 5 minutes that really killed us. I mean, we dominated them all over the field. I'm sure the stats show it too, but we just couldn't come up with the win. So that's something we have to work on.
Kelsey, do you feel like you were dialed in that game?
Yes. I mean, Ohio State, they just had great ball movement and great shots. So, I mean, our defense did what we had to do, and, I mean, Ohio State just put the ball where it needed to be, so.
You were facing a lot of double teams, especially when you get behind the net. I mean, when do you decide if you're going to try to feed or try to make a play on your own? How does that decision-making process go through your head when you're out there?
I think that decision just comes with what they present me with. If it's a really hard double, I'll pass it to an outlet because I don't want to charge, I don't want to turn over the ball. If it's kind of a double that I feel like I can work my way through, I'll work my way through it. So it all depends on the defense and kind of how they set up the double, how fast they're coming at me, because if they're coming at me really fast, it's relatively easy to bump around. But Ohio State had some good doubles today, and my teammates did a really good job of outletting for me.
Did you guys see any difference in anything was there anything different that you did or that they had switched up in the second half when they went on that run to score those 3 goals to take the lead?
We didn't do anything differently. It was just a matter of, them finishing their shots and us not. And I think that really killed us today because we had several that were just, layups. So it should have been goals. And I think that that's something that, has been kind of a thing for us all season. And we got to work on our shooting because I think that if, half the shots that we missed were goals, we would have won.